Alright, good Friday morning everyone to you. You're watching the Green Dream Project. Jim here, and I just want to talk today about a little something I just learned about. It was in the news. And now, I don't watch the news regularly, or much at all. I try and stay out of it. But this one caught my eye because of a tweet. It's actually a tweet by Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. And they talked about a Patreon purge. I'm like, Patreon purge? What the heck is that? And apparently, Patreon booted a number of high-profile users off, most notably of a right-wing based views, but supposedly they've been booted because of their links to violent groups. I don't know about that. Now, the reason why I'm even talking about Patreon is because Patreon gets used by quite a few YouTube users. We don't use it yet. We're thinking about starting a Patreon page. Not that we'll take any content from our YouTube. We'd still have all of our content here, but we might offer bonuses to people. That's just a possibility. But now there's kind of an uproar about Patreon removing these accounts, saying that they're violating free speech. Now, here's the thing about free speech. In this country, we absolutely have free speech. You can pretty much say whatever you want, and you don't have to fear about reprisals of going to jail or prison, or worse, for the things you say. That's amazing. Some people in this world don't have that. Conversely, in the world of business, that doesn't fly at all. They absolutely have to have, regulations and stuff like that and how they run their businesses. When I first heard of this, the boot, I'm thinking like, no, that's wrong. I don't care what your view is, left or right, that speech shouldn't be hampered with. It should be considered sacred. But as I looked into this, I'm thinking, well, you know what? Businesses absolutely have that right. If you walked into your job and you told your boss off, you may or may not have a job. And that's well within their right to do that. And that's not a violation of your free speech. You just can't do that in certain circles. And businesses absolutely should have that right to make a call on what they have on their platform. As much as we may agree or disagree, they should be able to have that right. I mean, you wouldn't want to start up a business and then have the government tell you what viewpoints you can and can't have in your business. Now, I think some businesses should have a little bit more leeway, especially when you're talking about like Facebook, YouTube, when your thing is about various discussions and viewpoints. But Patreon, a funding source, that's up in the air. That's totally on them. There's nothing that guarantees you can have whatever you want on there. All of these companies have a right to use form on there, and if you violate that, your account can come down. So as much as we have free speech in this country, you got to be careful exactly what you're asking for. So yes, there's not going to be legal ramifications for the things you say. There absolutely can be business repercussions for what you say, and the government should not interfere with that. People are talking about Donald Trump. Why are you letting conservative voices just get put under like that? Well, what do you want him to do? Do you want him to go and start making laws that affect businesses, and those laws will come down from the top? They'll affect people from the top, and they'll go all the way down to the bottom. Not a good thing. So, I mean, if people are displeased with what some of these businesses do, basically you can be angry at them. You can be dissatisfied with how their business practices run, and if you feel that they're not being fair to your viewpoint, just stop doing business with them. Honestly, would you want to do business with someone that doesn't support your viewpoints? I don't know. Should they be made to cater to your viewpoints? Probably not. Just stop doing business with them. If you don't like the way a business runs, the way the business do things, stop giving them money. That's the best way to hurt them. So that's just my viewpoint on it. Like I said, it probably might not be the most popular viewpoint, but it's the way it is. Free speech is protected by law, but in the business world, they want to make their money, so they're not gonna cater to any kind of extreme. If that they deem it violent, possible violence, they're going to take that down, and that should be their right. Because I don't think you want the government coming in there and just controlling all that. All right, thanks a lot, everyone. I usually don't like to make political posts and stuff like that, but I just thought with being Patreon and everything like that, it's very important to this YouTube community. So just want to give my viewpoints on it. Thanks a lot for watching, everyone. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, please do. Definitely share this with a friend or two. Whether you agree or disagree, I don't know. Alright, catch you in the next video, everyone. Bye.